doormat with a flower pattern. What's that mean? Roots entwine the cottage interior all the way to the ceiling. Table. Family photo. That's Granny, the lady and her boy, probably. Not the one I ate. One I ate is not the real Granny. That doesn't make me any better, though. I still killed her. Who are you?
Wait. Bloody hell. You're alive.
The old man extends his hand blindly, trying to reach me.
You're not from around here, eh? You cannot be, All them lads are dead. It's only me. Me and...
He finally finds my arm and grabs it. For a moment, he clutches my hand in silence. Then I hear him mumbling under his breath.
I don't have anything, mate. Only this chair. Bloody hell.
His gaze stops somewhere under the leaky barn ceiling.
What?
Old man suddenly jumps up.
What are you saying?
He feels long fingernails digging into my hand.
Ain't no fucking tree, that. Looks like a tree. But those faces, I know them buggers. Every single one of them. So close. And so fake. They're not real. They're not. From time to time, I thank God I went blind. Don't have to look at them.
The old man lets go of my hand to lean against the broken back of his chair. He sighs with relief.
It disgusts me. Fucking disgusts me. This buggery. This fucking scum. All the time I have to listen to its pathetic blabber. Complaining all the time. As if I were supposed to believe it's human. That's it. It's me, Zocha. Yeah, right?
He suddenly reaches towards me with both hands, almost falling out of the chair. He grabs onto my sleeve. I feel all his weight on me.
You lad, you've got your hands and legs, strong arms, I beg you. Get rid of that filth from my village. I can't bear another day of that abomination wailing and sobbing. I want to die in peace, fucking hell. I want to die in peace. Listen to me. I thought about it for a long time. I've had a long time to think, for fuck's sake.
His eyes widen. His pupils are milky white. I can feel him climbing my coat.
You need to find the basement. Jasiek's basement. I remember it. It's right next to the tree. The tree is too large, so you can't reach it from the top. You've got to try from the bottom. Find the basement. And there surely you'll find the tree's roots. That bloody thing must have roots. That's where they are. Destroy them. Pull them, drag them, twist the fuck out of them. You'll find a way. I know you will.
The old man slides down my coat, straight into his destroyed wheelchair. For a moment, he searches for his stone, which he uses to prop himself against the muddy floor of the barn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Show mites. Upon seeing the photo, the cripple cringes with disgust.
These ruffians, sons of a thief. There were 7 of them. The mother took the 4 youngest one when the hunger struck. The other 3 stayed with the father. They were weak and sickly. One day the father got in his head that they were getting smaller rations because we'd ridden them off. His hands started to tremble. So he went with a group of people to rob us food at night. They broke into the basement. Didn't end well.
The cripple went silent.
The lads threw them out of the village. I don't know what happened to them after that. People used to say they wander the woods with the savages looking for their place.
He gives me back the photo.
I can still hear the cries of that thief all the bloody time.
Also, isn't he blind? How did you see that? Cripple pulls the photo close to his face.
Poor woman.
Points to the old woman in the photograph. I'm blind, but somehow I can see that shit. She was alone when her daughter lost it entirely and ran off into the woods with her kids. The old lady was devastated. That's the mushroom lady for sure. I don't know what became of her. The lads say that even with her legs not working properly, she crawled into the woods looking for her daughter. That was around the time when our fields were getting flooded. Even a healthy, strong lad would have a hell of a task getting through all that water. Not to mention an old woman who could barely move. Photo of the road. The old man grabs the photo, feels it, takes a small glass object out of his pocket, and puts it to his eye.
The road. The road home? What a load of bollocks. The road to madness is what it is.
Gossip.
If you come across some wheels, 2 little wheels, so I can fix my chair, maybe you would benefit from it as well. Years ago, when my eyes were good, people used to pass through here. They would leave their huts and go there where that damn tree grows. They would often leave at night so that no one would see them. They went into the deep, dark woods and never came back. Some of them would say they were going home, but most of them were silent. I don't know. The land has changed. The trees have cut us off from the rest of the world, but home for me has always been here. And that monstrous, moaning abomination grew out of the ground, blocked the passage, and that's that. No one has managed to pass through since then. Many people found some other place. Maybe they just died in the swamps just like us. It used to be different here. First the woods changed. The trees started sprouting up everywhere. We were cut off. Then the water flooded our fields. People went crazy out of hunger. They fought over food. No one lives around here anymore. Everyone is dead. Only sometimes, the man lowers his voice, sometimes I hear footsteps. They wake me up at night. The sound of bare feet against the floor. And bells, sort of. They come out of nowhere. They move towards the trees, then come back. They pass me, fall silent. They're like a nightmare. A bloody nightmare.
Jeez, he's got a lot of gossip.
What are you going on about again?
The old man leans towards me, scowling.
The wheelchair? The war took my legs. Then those wankers burned my house and me pigs. But it was years after the war. They said it was to fight the disease. So they said. And my Zulcha. That disease took her from me. All I have is this wheelchair. And this land.
Okay, sweet. Okay, wheelchair boy. We're gonna remove that just so I can go where the hell I please.
Before you leave,
Please see if you can do something about that tree. That's my goal, don't worry. I want to go to the basement. It's next to the tree. Dude, get off the bit about the tree already. I gotcha. Examine the tree. Oh, there's faces and everything in it. They're moving. Oh, look at that. There's a pig head. Oh, those are creepy. The tree is gigantic. Its bark stays in constant motion, swells up and collapses into itself as if breathing. I see human silhouettes growing on the tree trunk. They're also moving as if gesturing in slow motion. Dozens of mouths repeat their lines simultaneously, creating a uniform, noisy murmur. Between the boughs, I catch a man's gaze. It's fixed on me. His body, similar to the other billions, seems to form an integral part of the tree. His limbs are gnarled and his face is grotesquely deformed. He's the only one to acknowledge my presence. His hand slowly raises, pointing to something on the horizon above the roofs of the destroyed village. Man's lips are moving, but the ghastly murmur of the other voices drowns out his words. Kick the tree, hoping that the voices will go silent. Try to climb the tree. Look at the lips of that person. Even though the figure speaks sluggishly, it's too high for me to read its lips properly. I think one of the words is radio. The bark is slimy and soft. It creases and moves away from my shoes and hands. I feel the arms protrude from the roots, tugging at my clothes. I'm not sure if they want to drag me down or pull me closer. Barely break free from the grasp. Climbing is out of the question. I kick the tree trunk with all my strength, breaking a branch sticking out from beneath the roots. It hurts. I hear a single silent voice coming from beneath my feet. It's the face of the man who had grown into the root. He's completely covered in bark. His lips barely stick above the mud, and his raised arms resemble branches. One of them is broken in the elbow. I kicked his arm. The stump bleeds a white, gooey substance. Instead of seeping down, it flows upward, forming a new arm. Yeah, you're a horrific abomination, tree. I'm barely able to make out any conversations and squabbles amongst the horrible noise of the tree boughs. You took everything from us. The shouts come from an old man. Only the tip of his head and one of his arms stick out from between the tightly crowded bodies. You stole it, thieves. May the dogs piss on your faces. Right next to him, a woman's head, wobbling from side to side, repeats, We are hungry. We are hungry. Another figure, hiding its face under an enormous root, lets out a chilling shriek. Quiet! Fucking quiet! Listen, peace, shut up! He's interrupted by a man next to him, his intestines hanging out from his stomach. It was our common good. It was meant for all of us. You stole it. High above, at the top of the crown, two silhouettes hanging side by side from their hands and legs grown into the truck are trying to bite each other's faces off. I notice the little smiling face of a girl gazing at me from behind the sleeping heads. Oblivious to the chaos around her, she studies me with curiosity. Just next to her, a massive man calmly hums a melody. The lullaby drowns in the overwhelming noise of the surrounding tree. Okay, we're done with that nonsense. Okay, so there's a house near this tree, so let's find that nonsense. Is this the house near the tree? Sure is. The hatch is blocked inside. The marks I see is someone tried to break it open. Can I break it open? Nope. Okay, so I can't get into it. Oh, what's this? Oh, thanks. An old, fat note almost completely filled with notes. An inventory is drawn up every day. The notes suddenly end in September 1986. A sickle delightful. Oh, there's a new one. Yes. Hatch number 2. Time has stopped. Good to know. What do you want? Leave. My feet are slowly sinking in a soft, squaggy floor. I can barely move. Someone was trying to hold me by the ankles. Oh, that's creepy. Oh boy. Oh no, not another dream. I do so bad at these. I have no items. Oh, so weird. A huge, rusty barrel. Judging by the smell, it contains lots of good gasoline inside. gonna be kind of some repeating room. Oh. Oh, that's gross. Open. Please. God, stop scaring me. This is suitably creepy. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh. The cow's a decayed mess now. Makeshift barricade blocks the entrance to the basement. Something or someone is trying to break through from the other side. What the hell do you think you're doing? He'll kill us. Get back to digging. You got anything else to say to me? Psych me out. Oh, man, I don't know if I beat it, didn't, or what. I do care about those dreams, don't I? Alright. Time to get the hell out of here. Please don't dream sequence me again. I'm ready to get out of this junk. Huge tree will not yield to flame so easily. Tries to smother the fire with the roots. Should be all over by tomorrow. Come here now, come. Yes. Cripple's blind eyes stare hypnotized as the huge flames consuming the trees. It's as if the old man can see everything clearly now. The orange fire illuminates his pale, motionless face. Wow, it is like super close to my house. I didn't really expect it to be that close. W-R-A. Why did you do it? What is going on? Oh my goodness. Didn't make it. Am I alive? Oh my god. That was them angry at me for messing with their... Oh, the 3's not here. New journal ashes. Okay, let's look at what it says here. Met a crippled man in the flooded village. He's the last living inhabitant there. He begged me to destroy the talking tree. Destroying the talking tree. He claims I first need to get the cellar located near the tree. That's how I'll find its roots, which I need to turn. According to him, it's the only way to get rid of this abomination. And advice from a blind, deaf old man with no legs is the only lead I have so far. It's not much, but I've grown accustomed to it. Talking tree. When I got a talking tree, its monstrous roots blocked my way back. I saw human figures grown in the bark and branches. One of them tried to tell me something, but the other words drowned in their voices. Found a cellar under the tree. Fortunately, it's completely flooded. Unfortunately, it's completely flooded. I won't be able to progress any further, and it looks like the flood corridor is the only way out. The tree burns. I set the roots in the cellar on fire. The fire consumed the talking tree in its entirety. Even now I can still hear it screaming. Seems like the cripple was right. The tree is enormous, and it will probably continue burning throughout the night. I will return here tomorrow. It worked. Only ashes remain in the tree. I feel I'm approaching near the end of my journey. Okay, I'm sure we are. Man isn't here? Well, it's the remainder of the tree. How do I get around it? Oh, that's how. Oh, here we go. I've really worked on this game for months, on and off. So it's nice to finally feel like I might be coming near conclusion. Don't want to deal with time anyways. Wardrobe. Oh man, why are you giving me stuff like I'm gonna have to fight? Nobody want to fight. I'm done with it. Over here. Colorless goo sips from the cracks. Seeps. Should be seeps from the cracks. Pavement. Or we're super excited we're on the road. We know that doesn't lead well, though. That's not how these games work. Maybe you escape, but more than likely you just descend into whatever torment you created for yourself. Oh, it's just a sign. Across that sign reads Darkwood. All these people crawling towards. It's the crippled old man from the village. Cool. The road home. I think we can agree that's probably not what this is. Look at them growing. They're all just being absorbed by the road. Trying to get to whatever the being is. Who's gonna be really pissed at me for killing the tree, right? That's where we're going with this. Being's gonna be super pissed at me for killing that tree. Look at all those bodies.